Revolution isn't exact science. The dialectical laws governing progressive social change are as precise as math. What we do on a day-to-day basis will determine if we are successful in moving the minds of the masses toward genuine progressive social change or down another dead-end road to more rhetoric or failed approaches. The nature and structure of modern U.S. society precludes the very possibility of true freedom for New Africans and other nationally oppressed people. We live without justice because the very function of U.S. law and order, its policy, is not to achieve that end, but instead to ensure the social containment and orderly disposal of racially undesirable and economically underperforming surplus labor segments of the underclass. So then, what must we do? What steps must be taken if we are to ever realize genuine freedom, justice, and equality for our people? If the very nature and structure of U.S. institutions is to ensure these principles are forever out of our reach, then any social act we take which moves us closer to realizing them, by definition, must be revolutionary. It will change social conditions and as such change the people and the world we live in. I researched, devised, and designed the autonomous infrastructure mission and its initiatives while I was in solitary confinement. As I write this, as I speak to you now, I'm still in prison. Prison provides a unique perspective on social life and the mechanisms of civilization. It was from this unique social and political perspective all of America's contradictions are laid bare. The intention and motive force of the A.I.M was not simply to detach from the daily exploitation of U.S. capitalist arrangement or provide a mere community alternative to its processes. No, the purpose of the A.I.M is multifaceted, with one of its core functions to transform the minds of the people themselves. The people, by and large, have been conditioned to compete, not cooperate, to revere hyper-individualism while looking skeptically upon collective working responsibility, to be dependent on the same institutions responsible for their oppression instead of depending on one another. Our capacity to transform our communities from hotbeds of reactionary violence and criminalization to bastions of self-determination and self-sufficiency lies largely in our ability to transform the social attitudes of our people, how we feel about life, how we view one another. We have long known that a people's social attitudes are a reflection of their social conditions. We are living in historic times. However, as insistently as we are confronting racist policies and symbols and demanding change in the state's institutions, we must confront our own internal contradictions and demand of ourselves a change in how we engage in productive life, how we relate to one another. Solutions to the vast majority of our problems will not be found in the state or any governmental institution. They must come from ourselves alone. We know what is wrong, and we know who is responsible. You can say that 1,000 times and it won't change. We don't need to keep railing about racism, poverty, police brutality, and mass incarceration. We have to start doing something about it. Action, responding to it in a rational manner. In this set of circumstances and historical factors, revolutionary autonomous infrastructure is the only rational course. We are and have always been our own liberators.